First at 4, San Antonio High School students are bringing home a shiny new way to do their coursework. Jefferson High School has given a select group of students Chromebooks. Eyewitness News reporter Savannah Louie explains why.
Jasmine, Jake, and Chloe are juniors at Jefferson High School. But if you look at their homework, you'd think otherwise.
Most of my assignments are online.
Like 4 to 5 hours.
Yes.
Curriculum they're learning in each course, each subject area is what they would be learning at the college level, sometimes even a master's level.
The trio is part of Jefferson's International Baccalaureate Diploma program. They have advanced coursework,
Yes.
and as of this week, they're getting the resources to match.
So I treat every diploma student like a college student, and part of that is them having their own laptop like a college student would have.
SAISD has given the program's 30 students Chromebooks to access their online textbooks and write lengthy research papers. While these students can handle a rigorous workload, the same can't always be said for their technology at home.
My computer is very out of date. Like some of the websites I can't access because of how old it is.
Sharing a device with the family can interfere with their studies.
My mom, she's a university student as well, so I wouldn't want to interrupt her work.
For those students who don't have access to internet at home, well, they can log on right here.
We've actually invested in some hotspots.
Jefferson High School anticipates 90 students joining the program next school year. They hope to get Chromebooks for those students too. Savannah Louie, KENS 5 Eyewitness News.